Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. The Wisconsin State Patrol is unveiling a new memorial at Fort McCoy today to honor their officers who have fallen in the line of duty. Today, State Patrol officers, along with family and state leaders, honored 8 State Patrol troopers who lost their lives while serving the community. One trooper, Gary Powless, served for about a year before his death in 1980. His sister, Donna McDonough, was at today's ceremony, and she still remembers the day he passed.
It was a really tragic day for our whole family. We're a small family, and now there's just my sister and myself.
Powless was 31 at the time of his passing. Donna says he was a hard-working and enthusiastic brother and father.
He was very happy with his job, and on a personal level, he was a hunter, a fisherman, a great daddy, just a great daddy. And a jokester, joking all the time.
And to this day, Donna says she keeps in constant contact with Gary's 2 children who were unable to be in attendance today. Coming up tomorrow morning, veterans from across the region will take a trip of a lifetime. Veterans will get to fly to Washington, D.C. for the Freedom Honor Flight, where they'll visit the memorials built in their honor. For organizers, seeing veterans full of excitement and happiness when they return from D.C. is what means the most.
When they come back to La Crosse and you see the welcome home that they get, it's overwhelming for them, and it's just a pleasure to see the way the community comes out and supports them as well.
There are over 93 veterans from across the region waiting to go on the Freedom Honor Flight. If you wish to participate in a bit of a morning send-off, you can head to Colgan Air Hangar 4, where doors will open at 5 a.m. The 2 pending tests for monkeypox at UWL have come back negative. The tested individuals were told to isolate while awaiting those results. University officials thank the 2 students for informing the Student Health Center of their concern, and officials say no further action is needed at this time. With the fall air comes allergy season. Health experts say that this season may be one of the longer seasons the Coulee region has experienced. Doctors at Mayo Clinic Health System say an increase in pollen will cause irritable symptoms such as itchy eyes, runny nose, and a cough. Most of the pollen is coming from ragweeds that thrive in dry air conditions. Health officials say that the pollen is also evolving to become even more allergenic to people. They expect people to experience plenty of those irritable symptoms, but fever-like symptoms are not expected to be as common.
For some people,
leading cause of death among college students. That's according to the American College Health Association. As we near the end of Suicide Prevention Week, News 8 Now's Dua Israr spoke to mental health experts on how students can ask for help even in an unfamiliar place.
For some people, college is where they find their identity.
It's this opportunity to explore your own values and who you are.
For others, it may be a stressful and isolating experience.
Kind of a fish out of water.
Mayo Clinic Health System social worker Reese Struckenmiller says the W curve was created in the 60s to explain how people adjust to new environments.
We know that when people are going into a new culture, there's this predictable pattern of how they will likely behave.
The letter W represents the mental highs and lows in a new place.
People more freely say out loud, I'm struggling with anxiety and depression, just in common conversation. I was a college student in the 90s. We didn't talk like that.
Brent Brigson has been a mental health counselor for over 20 years. He's seen both the highs.
I love working in a college setting because it's a hopeful place.
And the lows.
People think about suicide.
At both Western Technical College and University of Wisconsin-La Crosse, over 1,000 students seek mental health resources.
The generation that might be starting college now may be somewhat more open to seeking help.
At Western Technical College, staff use a method called Early Alert. If a staff member notices a student they believe is struggling with mental health, the staff member will refer them to a counselor.
They're trained to ask, do you have somebody to talk to? And if they don't, they literally walk them to my office.
Brigson says everyone should take part in an early alert method.
As a society, we need to pay attention to people in our lives. We need to pay attention to those things.
So that a support system is available for everyone. Reporting in La Crosse, Dua Israr, News 8 Now.
Signs of anxiety and depression can include a change in sleeping and eating habits, frequent moments of anger and frustration, as well as isolation. Now, if you or a loved one is showing those signs or just need someone to talk to, you can call the National Information and Crisis Line at 988. For the Wisconsin line, you can dial 211. Mental health, of course, is not just a priority at the college level. A local organization is making change 12 years and up. In the last 5 years, Better Together in La Crosse County has raised awareness of youth mental health, improved coping skills in teenagers, and trained over 2,000 people in mental health first aid. Members of the organization say that these efforts are crucial because mental health is becoming a crisis for kids.
75% of mental health challenges show up before the age of, like in your teen years, before the age of 24. And so this is like the prime time to recognize a young person who's struggling.
Starting tomorrow, La Crosse's South Avenue between 7th Street and Green Bay Street will be closed to through traffic. Crews are working on the Gunderson roof and need the space to operate. A detour will be posted and the work is expected to finish by the end of the day Sunday. A La Crosse landmark is about to make its debut. The iconic cathedral, also known as the St. Joseph the Workman Cathedral, will be unveiled on Sunday. The renovation was officially completed in June, costing just over $6 million. All funds for the project came from community donations.
Everybody got on board, and rather quickly, because we never had to borrow once.
The renovation took about 28,000 hours of labor with a little help from drone photography. At 8:30 tomorrow night, the exterior of the cathedral will be lit up in a special ceremony, and then Sunday, all are invited to a beacon and light celebration, which will include food, card games, and festivities for children. And a La Crosse area tradition resumes tomorrow morning with Steppin' Out in Pink, Gunderson Health System's yearly walk to raise money for breast cancer research. Today, organizers and volunteers set up signs, banners, and stands for over 60 of the vendors. Steppin' Out in Pink will be in La Crosse's Riverside Park for the very first time. Organizers know rain is in the forecast, but they say cancer doesn't wait for the storm to pass, so neither will they. Walkers can participate anytime between 7 and noon tomorrow. Coming up, the News 8 Highlight Zone. All the local scores and highlights coming up in just a few minutes.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grawl. Yeah, definitely cooler this weekend. Periods of rain. Your full forecast coming up next.
Inflation, it's everywhere. But with the buy one famous star, get another one for $1 deal at Hardee's.
There's finally some relief.
Bite into the famous star today, only at Hardee's.
They're destroying America and our livelihoods. Now, DC elites are spending big on Brad Paff. The same Beltway bigwigs who wasted taxpayer money that bailed out elite golf courses and luxury hotels are now bankrolling Brad Paff's campaign. Because Brad Paff supported their big spending, price-hiking, reckless schemes. And that's why we can't send him to Washington. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I've delivered 500 babies in my career. Abortion is divisive, and Tim Walz is weaponizing the issue. In Minnesota, it's a protected constitutional right, and no governor can change that. And I'm not running to do that. I'm running because we need safe streets, excellent schools, parental rights, and more money in the family budget. That's what I'll fight for. Let's focus on the issues that matter.
Next to Market Watch, numbers. Boring. In more delicious news, there's a buy one famous star, get one for $1 deal at Hardee's.
Bite into the famous star today, only at Hardee's.
Well, check out the last 4 days. Highs 80+ degrees, 87 on Wednesday, 85 on Thursday, 84 today, all above average. But we're about to color in some blue boxes over the next couple of days with below average temperatures for sure. Now, with rain in the forecast tomorrow and Sunday, especially tomorrow, lower symptoms for ragweed and weed pollen. So some good news there, kind of the silver lining. Otherwise, we're looking at mainly cloudy skies over downtown La Crosse. We've had a few spits and sprinkles. 84 was the high, 66 the low, so above those averages of 78 and 57. Just a trace of rain here at the station thus far. 66 degrees at the airport with a cloudy sky. Dew points in the low to mid-60s, so a little bit of humidity and just along this frontal boundary, and the Mississippi is dropping 5.23 feet. Wet streets in Eau Claire, you've had off and on rain, 61 degrees there. Winds out of the northwest at 5, and the Chippewa River up just a bit, 759.1. So temperatures in the 70s ahead of the front, 50s and 60s behind the front, 66 in La Crosse, 61 in Eau Claire, 64 in Black River Falls, still 72 for you folks in Prairie du Chien. But look at this, about 10 to almost 20 degrees cooler behind this front, and you're really going to see this effects of this cooler front for tomorrow with highs only in the 60s, thanks in part to north to northwesterly breezes. So northern and western parts of the communities have seen some showers, isolated thunderstorms this evening, kind of in scattered fashion now up around the Eau Claire area. Also southeastern Minnesota, northeastern Iowa. Starting to see a few hit and miss showers and isolated thunderstorms around La Crosse as well as this cold front slowly makes its way south and east. And that's why we're going to be in and out of these rain chances, not only tonight, but another surge of moisture tomorrow. Periods of rain throughout the day. So if you have outdoor plans, again, have that rain gear handy. Maybe you have a plan B just in case. Otherwise, Sky Tracker taking the better rain chances to the east on Sunday. I will caution you, other forecast models keep this rain chance a little farther to the west. So I'm going to keep at least a slight chance of rain in the forecast. Rainfall totals anywhere from a quarter inch to maybe an inch, locally higher amounts in a few spots. But check out the highs tomorrow, only in the mid 60s in the La Crosse area and lower 60s down to the south. Slightly warmer to the north and west with highs in the mid to upper 60s, but again, well below where we've been the last 4 days. 60 tonight, chance of showers, isolated rumble of thunder. 66 tomorrow, much cooler with periods of showers. And then a chance of showers Sunday and Monday, still cool. More seasonable Tuesday and Wednesday, and then low 80s return later next week, along with a slight chance for some rain showers. So we kind of need the rainfall. You just hate to time it over the weekend.
Yeah, too bad. Thanks a lot, Bill.
Okay.
Coming up next is the News 8 Now Highlight Zone. Sparta football unveiling its brand new field for their big rivalry battle with Toma. Rob and Kate are in next.
Do we need to do one of our viral dances just to get your attention?
Colbert's got Tom Hanks tonight on the Emmy-nominated Late Show.
Did you know Tim Michaels pledged to cut millions from public schools and give it to private schools instead? His plan would increase property taxes by $500 million. Tim Michaels is too radical and too divisive.
You have a day before you. Make it the best it can be with Holiday Inn Express and Suites. How about breakfast to start your day? Coffee, milk, juice, hot food, cold food, brain food. Because you need it for that important meeting in our meeting space. And let's not forget about the afternoon workout to help you keep up with your goals. But your day can't be all work and no play, so you have set aside time for your family.
Come make it a day at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites of Onalaska La Crosse.
Jolivet Family Farms. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Jolivet's homegrown triple sweet corn is picked fresh daily. Join us Sundays 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. for our roasted sweet corn and charcoal brats. Jolivet's also features homegrown carrots, sweet onions, peppers, beets, cabbage, dill, tomatoes, cucumbers, blueberries, and so much more. Find distinctive crafts and decor. Take home some cookies, breads, bars, or pies from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Look, we knew the other side would make up lies about me to scare you. Now they're claiming I want to defund the police and abolish ICE. That's a lie. I'll make sure our police have the resources and training they need to keep our community safe. And that our communities have the resources to stop crime before it happens. I'll bring back manufacturing. And I'll pass a middle-class tax cut. And if that's too scary for Washington, then so be it. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Dings, dents, scratches, big crunches. You know where to bring them. Pischke Motors Collision Center on 2nd Street in downtown La Crosse. When you've got a crew of professional body and paint technicians like ours, you provide them with the latest in repair equipment. And that's what we've done in this state-of-the-art, environmentally friendly facility. We have customer drive-in lanes, soft touch, 24-hour car wash. So when the dings, dents, scratches, and even the big crunches happen, bring them to Pischke Motors Collision Center on 2nd Street in downtown La Crosse.
Did you know Tim Michaels pledged to cut millions from public schools?
We're already throwing so much money at education.
He'll drain classrooms and gut school funding. Is that the kind of divisive radical you want as your governor?
CityCam 8 is brought to you by the Board Store. A new entry door is like a smile on the face of your home. As the only Provia Platinum dealer in the area, the Board Store can help you design the door that welcomes you home.
Welcome to the News 8 Now Highlight Zone. I'm Rob Schiff.
And I'm Kate Overton. Best time of the week. There are a ton of great high school games this week, but we're going to start in Sparta for our game of the week. The Spartans were hosting their rival Tomah for their first home game on their brand new field, and it was about as close to max capacity in that brand new facility as possible. Fans from both sides came to check out the field and support their team. All right, let's get into the highlights. Both teams coming into tonight's game looking for their first MVC win of the season. Tomah starting out on offense. Tom Hesse dropping back and going deep, but Logan Wally is there for the interception, and Wally's going to make a huge return for Sparta and set them up real nice on offense. Very next play, it's Thomas Laufenberg dropping back and going deep to Carson Kelsey, who makes the catch into the end zone. Their very first play on offense puts the Spartans up 7-0, and the Sparta student section was loving it. All right, next drive, Tomah going for it. It's Jacob Bullard who gets the handoff and finds the end zone, but a missed PAT means the Spartans still on top. Next drive for Sparta. Laufenberg hands it to Emmett Brooks, and Brooks takes it all the way to the 1-yard line. Then on the very next play, it's Brooks again who gets the score. Sparta with a 14-6 lead going into half, but the Timberwolves would come back and spoil the Spartans' home opener 22-21 in overtime.
All right, let's head to Onalaska, where the undefeated Hilltoppers hosted La Crosse Central. Halfway through the first quarter, no score. Hilltoppers in the red zone. Adam Skifton rifles it into Ben Stewart. He bobbles and brings it in for the touchdown. 15 yards, 7-0 Onalaska. Later in the quarter, Riverhawks on the move. Jude Alvarado lofts it up for Henry Meyer, and he hauls it in on the sideline. Beautiful one-handed grab, but Central's drive would die inside the 15. Still 7-0 in the second quarter. Onalaska's defense stepping up big. Alvarado's pass over the middle, picked off by Sebastian Smith. That set up another on a touchdown. 14-0. Just before the half now, the Hilltoppers, they strike again. Brady Kuhn bullies his way into pay dirt from 4 yards out. 21-0 Onalaska at the break. Hilltoppers pitched their third straight shutout. 34-0 the final. Also in the MVC tonight, Holman falls on the road to Baraboo 27-0, and Logan comes up short in Reedsburg 30-15. All right, let's go across the river. It's week 2 in Minnesota. Caledonia looking for a win in their first home game against Lewiston Altor. The Warriors may not have their big winning streak, but they're trying to prove they still have that winning culture. First quarter, Caledonia starting out strong. Aiden Goetzinger coming out in the backfield. He lowers the shoulder on his way to the end zone. Warrior players and fans loving it. Not even 2 minutes later, though, Caledonia on the doorstep again. This time, Eric Moss with the carry for the score. Just like that, Warriors take a 14-0 lead. Second quarter, Moss again, this time from 14 yards out. Caledonia pulling away. They go on to win it big, 61-6.
And in La Crescent, the Lancers taking on some Broda Mazeppa in their first home game of the season. Last play of the first half, the visitors looking for a big play. Cougars QB Zane Engerman heaves it to the end zone, but it's La Crescent's Noah Berkweiser coming up on top with 2 picks on the night. Lancers into the half, up 21-7. Third quarter, more from the Lancers. This time it's Logan Deborah coming out of the backfield. He's in for the score, and La Crescent extends the lead. First play of the fourth quarter, La Crescent's A.J. Donovan keeps it himself and pushes into the end zone to extend the Lancers' lead. The Lancers would go on to win 41-16. Well, coming up, we have action from both the Cooley Conference and the Scenic Bluff Conference. Don't go anywhere.
News 8 Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Whether you need routine care or treatment for a complex condition, Mayo Clinic Health System has convenient and safe options for the care you and your family need.
Slumberland Furniture has savings up to 50% off list prices, or in some cases, even more, at our Labor Day sale on now. Shop our big selection of sectionals, sofas, recliners, dining, and bedrooms. Shop the huge Labor Day sale on now.
Cooley Auto, La Crosse's only dealership specializing in southern rust-free vehicles, is now offering late-model, low-mile vehicles. Vehicles to fit every budget and lifestyle, including high-end premium vehicles. Choose Cooley Auto. Friendly salespeople, top-notch service, and good quality vehicles.
Cooley Auto, specializing in rust-free southern and late-model, low-mileage premium vehicles.
See us on Rose Street in La Crosse. Call or visit CooleyAuto.com today.
He wants to be a firefighter, a doctor, a teacher, and he wants to be their governor. But Tim Michels said funding public schools is the definition of insanity.
We're already throwing so much money at education.
He'd drain millions from public schools to help fund private schools in Milwaukee, and even consider ending the Department of Public Instruction. Tim Michels wants to be governor for 4 long years. But what matters more to you, his future or theirs?
Look at that. What you're seeing is Olson Solar Energy working in the sun to make the sun work for you. What you can't see are the lower or no energy bills, selling extra energy back to your electric company, and the increase in property value without an increase in property taxes. The sun works for homes and businesses. The only thing you need is Olson Solar working in the sun to make the sun work for you. Now booking installations for 2023. Call Olson Solar Energy today.
Get up to 50% off list prices or more at our Labor Day mattress sale at Slumberland Furniture. Like this special purchase Sealy Posturepedic for just $5.99, or this ultra firm Sealy Posturepedic for $10.99. For your easiest shopping ever, Slumberland Furniture.
Thanks for staying with us here on the News 8 Now Highlight Zone.
Yeah, we're going to head to the Scenic Bluffs Conference. The Bangor Cardinals have been nearly perfect so far. They've dominated their first 3 opponents. Tonight they were looking to start the season 4-0. Let's head out to Bangor. Cardinals in a conference clash with Necedah, and Bangor going right to work in the first. Clayton Liga, get out of that man's way. The senior takes it in from 8 yards out. Cardinals go up 7-0. Later in the first, the Bangor special teams stepping up. Check out the hustle from Willis Pollock, the junior, with the chase down tackle. Cardinals add 2 more on the safety. That makes it 9-0 Bangor. And then it's Liga, a one-man wrecking crew, punching it up the gut for 6 more. Cardinals extend their lead to 16, and they're not taking their foot off the gas. Later in the quarter, this is Tanner Jones up the gut for another Bangor touchdown. The Cardinals student section's loving it. All Bangor tonight at home. Cardinals are 4-0. They win this one big, 57-0.
All right, more Scenic Bluffs with Royal looking to recover at Luther after getting shut out by Bangor last week. But it's Luther with the ball first. Jackson Kendall lost it up to his tight end, Logan Barr. Check out the high point. He falls in for the score. It's 6-zip Knights. Luther's ball again. And here's Kendall slinging it to Nath Riley on the crossing route. The lead is now 14-0. And one more drive for Luther, and it's deja vu. Kendall to Riley on the crosser. Riley gets the edge, and he's turning on the burners for his second score of the night. The Knights march on to victory 35-8.
All right, busy night tonight in the Cooley Conference. All 8 teams in action. We got all of them. Let's start in Viroqua. Westby and the Blackhawks going at it tonight. And Westby scoring early and often. Garrett Vatlin gets the screen pass. He's going to go 36 yards untouched for the touchdown. Norsemen go up 13-0. Here we go again. This time it's Rhett Stensline from 46 yards out. Some good blocking gives him an open lane in the end zone, putting his team up by 20. More from the Norsemen. It just kept going. Vatlin, 12-yard touchdown run right here. That makes it 27-0. Viroqua trying to fight back though, but Bo Milutinovic helping his own cause. The QB gets the interception, takes it right back the other way for a pick 6. Big Bo. Norsemen score every way you can tonight. Offense, defense, special teams. We're still waiting though on a final score.
Well, it's Cancer Awareness Night at Black River Falls for their game against GET. First quarter, BRF, after a successful onside kick, they strike first. Evan Voss finds Oliver Cleveland, and he turns on the Jets. 49 yards for the score. The Tigers in that bright pink go up 6-0. GET responds still in the first half. It's Nate Schindler with a strong 22-yard run. The Redhawks up 14-6 now. To the second, more from GET. This time, it's Brady Sealing taking it in from 16 yards out, 21-12, but a big moment here in the fourth. BRF trying to pull within a score. Voss heaves one up, and you be the judge. If Trey Crowley gets a foot in, it's called incomplete. Turnover on downs, and GET would capitalize. A few plays later, it's Warner Stoner. Takes it 75 yards for the score. They go into half with a 23-point lead and would get the win 52-28.
All right, let's keep it going in the Cooley Conference. West Salem traveling to Arcadia to take on the Raiders. West Salem going to work early. Big bad Brett McConkey fighting his way across the goal line for 6. Panthers get on the board. The West Salem defense coming to play tonight. 3 interceptions in the first half. It's Kellen Wright with the pick. That sets up another McConkey score straight up the gut for 6 more. And then it's the running back, Luke Knoll, punching it in for another Panthers TD. All West Salem tonight in Arcadia. Panthers roll 35-0.
And under the lights at UWL, Aquinas taking on Altoona. Blue Gold's up 8 in the first quarter here at Jackson Flottmeyer, unleashing the deep ball, and he's got David Mullen wide open to walk in for the touchdown. 14-0 Aquinas. Assuming Altoona possession, running the triple option, but the running backs cough up the ball. Damian Lee is right there for the recovery, and he has the Blue Golds fired up, taking over in the red zone. 2 plays later, Blue Golds cash in. Kyle White takes the handoff, cuts the middle, and hits the second level. Jukes a man, breaks the tackle. He's doing it all before taking it in for the score. 20-0 Aquinas. In the second quarter, more Aquinas domination. Flottmeyer with a 4th down rollout, throws across his body to find an open Cole Keppel. Aquinas steamrolls to the Railroaders, 57-22.
Fun night in the Cooley Conference.
A lot of great plays, a lot of good games.
Yep, a lot of great plays again this week, but only one can be our play of the night. Let's take a look at those nominees. We'll start in Bangor. The Cardinals are rolling so far. Special teams making a play. Willis Pollock out of nowhere for the safety. Cardinals are 4-0. Number 2, tough night for the Riverhawks, but check out this grab. Henry Meyer, one-handed catch, perfect toss from Jude Alvarado. The catch was even better. Number 3 takes us up Wilson Street to Luther. Jackson Kendall connecting with Nathan Riley on the crosser. He gets the edge and takes it up to field in for the score. 3 great plays. Only one can win, though.
Be sure to vote. Well, coming up, Middle College Volleyball as Viterbo is hosting a top 20 opponent.
Habitat for Humanity La Crosse area, New Ground, Cooley Region Ecoscapes, and Grow La Crosse are proud to announce the launch of Phase 1, an exciting new project to revitalize La Crosse and make it an even better place to live, work, and play. Help support us in getting this project completed. Join us for a ribbon cutting on September 10th to learn more about the project and why it's important to the community. Information can be found at habitatlacrosse.org/renewtheblock.
Come shop at Black River Furniture and Cabin Outlet. 3 showrooms with over 50,000 square feet of home and cabin furniture. Recliners and lift chairs, mattresses, dining room, sectional sofas, and love seats. Our cabin furniture features made in the USA Amish rustic furniture with an up-north feel, all handcrafted with real wood. Great prices with affordable delivery, or take it home today. Family and veteran owned, over 25 years in business. Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Think crime is bad now? Mandela Barnes would make it worse. Barnes would eliminate cash bail even after the Waukesha Christmas parade attack, supports amnesty and sanctuary cities for illegals, and had worked for a radical group that wants to defund the police. Barnes has a long record of smearing police while spending your tax dollars on security for himself. Mandela Barnes, wrong on crime, dangerous for Wisconsin. Senate Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Oh, great. My wireless bill just went up.
Should have gone with US Cellular. They aren't raising prices on any of their plans.
Seriously?
Yeah, my price won't increase.
Well, that is refreshing. I feel like everywhere you turn these days, prices are going up.
Supply chain got us too. Don't get me started on the overhead cost.
At US Cellular, every plan for everyone is price protected.
You know, I respect a female entrepreneur.
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Get a $500 cash allowance on all 2022 Silverado pickups with a 2.7-liter turbo engine. Plus, now during truck season, get a $1,000 accessory allowance toward a new Chevy truck with accessories. Visit hometownchevy.com.
Our last football highlight of the show takes us to the Dairyland Conference.
Blair Taylor hosting Melrose Mindoro. Let's get into those highlights. Bright blue looking nice. Blair Taylor early on in this one. It's Jackson Schramek with the carry to get the first touchdown, going all the way for the first one of the night. Ethan Kingsley gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, making it 8-0 with 11 minutes in the first quarter. On the punt, Melman fumbles in the end zone. Blair Taylor's Evan Hearing is there to get the touchdown in the second one of the night. And then Naring again gets in on the 2-point conversion to finish off the first quarter. And then later, QB Ethan Kingsley throws for Ethan Naring down the field. What a catch to get them down the field into the end zone. Blair Taylor would go on to win this one 39-0.
All right, the Viterbo women's volleyball team at home for the first time this season. V-Hawks taking on 18th ranked Taylor. First set, Viterbo down 5, but storming back. Grace Rohde up high for the kill. That cuts it to 4. Later in the first, we're tied at 22, but the Trojans jump back in front with this kill. That makes it 23-22 Taylor, but back come the V-Hawks. We're tied again at 24 again. It's Rohde coming up clutch. The Winona grad puts Viterbo back on top. Set point now for the V-Hawks, but Taylor not going down quietly. This spike is going to tie things up again at 26. What a set, but the V-Hawks finally pull away, and it's the La Crosse native Marissa Clement sealing it for Viterbo. V-Hawks shine in their home opener. They win this one in 4 sets. Well, still to come, the results of our real-time polls to decide play of the night. You're watching the News 8 Now Highlight Zone.
The weekend to-do list. It's a lot easier with the help of a John Deere 1 Series tractor. Attachments connect with ease, so you can knock out every task on your list. Whether you're moving earth, leveling a path, or mowing and mulching, one thing you're not doing is wrestling with the attachments. So you actually have time to enjoy your space and work on planning the next big project. John Deere 1 Series compact tractors. Versatile, easy, and affordable. Find yours at Tractor Central.
It's a John Deere day.
Derek Van Orden, former U.S. Navy SEAL. Over 20 years of active duty, defending America in hostile territory. 5 combat tours, hundreds of missions, sea, air, and land. Now, he's on the most important no-fail mission of his life.
Saving America for my grandchildren and yours.
Grandpa, we're just going to the park.
Yes, we are. You guys ready? Derek Van Orden and I approve this mission and this message.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
And the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
There's never been a better time to enjoy quality Flex Steel furniture than right now during the Flex Steel Factory Authorized Sale at Drury's in Fountain. You'll save on the latest casual sofas, chairs that say, "Take me home," stunning sectionals, even luxurious leather sofas and recliners. Every Flex Steel style is included in your choice of over 2,000 designer fabrics and leathers, all at the best prices of the year. Unlimited choices, big savings, and special 12-month interest-free financing. It's happening now at Drury's in Fountain.
Like most people, I bust my butt day in and day out. I earn every dime of my paycheck. It's the Wisconsin way.
But Governor Tony Evers supports paying welfare benefits to people who won't work, even after they turn down job offers.
That's a disgrace.
That's a disgrace.
It's a slap in the face to hardworking people like us.
Tony Evers should know better.
Tony Evers should know better, but he doesn't.
Tony Evers, our failed liberal governor.
Welcome back to the News 8 Now Highlight Zone. Time for the results of our play of the night.
That's right. We're going to go back to Luther. Jackson Kendall connecting with Nathan Riley on the crosser. He gets the edge, takes it up the field, and in for the score. Luther wins this one big. Just an incredible play right there. Incredible night of high school football. Hard to believe, though, that we're halfway through the regular season. 4 weeks have absolutely flown by so far. I mean, one of the biggest memories for me was you at Sparta, seeing that field earlier. Just take me through that.
Yeah, that was awesome. I was at Sparta earlier, talked with their head coach. They had a tragedy earlier this year when one of the members of their team passed away in a car accident, but the whole community was there tonight. It was a packed crowd. Everyone was there. They were doing raffles raising for the J.D. Olson Memorial Fund, raising funds all over that. It was just a great sight to see in Sparta. And that field is something nice. The soccer team will be able to play on it the rest of the season.
That's awesome.
So big things over in Sparta coming out of that community.
Yeah, to do it against a rival, too. That was a really cool way to open it.
It was, because it just made that many more people come to it. Unfortunately, the Timberwolves came back and got the win in overtime.
Yep.
It's kind of bittersweet there, but just great things to see out of Sparta. Also, shout out Black River Falls, those bright pink jerseys.
Uniforms.
Those were awesome. Those were awesome. Wear those every game.
4 weeks in the books, week 5 next week. That's Cade, I'm Rob. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back better than ever. We'll see you next week for the Highlight Zone.